Hey guys, Wolvie here with a special presentation for Dissidia Final Fantasy Opera Amia Global for the 30th of December 2019. This is the United States time zone wise, so this is going to be a preview of the January calendar and my take on that. This is from the stream that ended a few hours ago, so we're just going to jump straight into the information that can be found inside the in-news section. So, what is going to be going on tomorrow, you might be wondering. So we are going to have this New Year's campaign where there is going to be a raid of sorts with Cactuars and a beat back challenge. Now, you guys remember the tokens we would get for the daily missions? Those are still going to go on. However, there are going to be more rewards than tokens, so we can't get everything. So, it's one of those you might want to be careful with what you plan on going after. So that's that on that. And then, when it comes down to the Ultimate Summons campaign, this is going to happen tomorrow as well. And what's going to happen here, there's a limited time aspect as well as a permanent aspect. The limited time aspect is going to go through the 20th of January 2020 at 12:59 a.m. UTC. With the nuggets for both the red and blue ingots. And the permanent part is going to be the chaos difficulty fights being only added to Ultimate Ifrit, Ultimate Shiva, and Ultimate Ramuh. Now, another limited time aspect is going to be the half stamina points cost. Now, the half stamina points cost is only going to apply the Trials of Insert Esper alongside Ultimate Ifrit, Ultimate Shiva, and Ultimate Ramuh. Ultimate Leviathan will not be getting the half cost, and it can be argued because that already has the chaos difficulty fight in it. Now, with this, we're going to be seeing the following for Vanille from the Final Fantasy 13 trilogy. Her rework, stickers, 7070 Awakening, and the EX Plus variant. It's a pretty big package and pretty nice. Now, alongside Vanille, Sarah and Setzer also get the EX Plus variants for their weapons. Now, with this particular campaign for the Ultimate Espers, alongside another point in January, going to be the support items sale. Meaning that you get your tomes or tomes of whatever, and then the artifacts of all knowledge. Now, I do want to point out for Ultimate Ifrit, Ultimate Shiva, Ultimate Ramuh, is that these three will have the return of the special synergy, meaning that Vanille and Company for Ultimate Ifrit, Sarah and Company for Ultimate Shiva, Setzer and Company for Ultimate Ramuh. And that is pretty exciting in my opinion, so that's that on that. And like I said, the first multi from the Vanille, Sarah, and Setzer Bear, that's going to be for free. Now, what else is coming up alongside the standard gem sales, support item sales, so on and so forth? So, during Ultimate Brothers, which is going to be late January, we'll be seeing, for the first time on Global, a secondary rework. The secondary rework, it's a very slow going at the moment on JP, because there's a small number of characters who have it or will be getting it. But it is there for a reason. So when it comes to Ultimate Brothers, Bartz will be getting a second rework. This is alongside his 7070 Awakening and the EX Plus variant. Now with Ultimate Brothers, this also sees the debut of the EX weapon for Yuffie from Final Fantasy VII. She also gets the rework, 7070 Awakening, and the EX Plus variant. Now, like I said, Ultimate Brothers is late January. So now we have all the Esper stuff out of the way. So we're going to get into straight to 7070 Awakenings. It's going to be Keishi from Final Fantasy VII, Balthier from Final Fantasy XII, Freya from Final Fantasy IX, Vivi from Final Fantasy IX, Fujin from Final Fantasy VIII, and Thancred from Final Fantasy XIV. I do want to point out with this particular wave, it's going to have the debut of the EX weapons for Balthier and Keishi. Keishi also gets his rework. Balthier and Keishi's EX weapons automatically get the EX Plus variant. Now with units like Fujin and Freya, they join a pretty decent list of characters whose 7070 Awakenings come before their EX Plus variants. Which may or may not be a surprise. It depends on the individual player. But anyway, with this particular wave, it's going to be a heretic. So February is more than likely going to be seeing the next raid with the 7th wave. Now, speaking of February, and this is mentioned towards the very end of the stream, is that in the stream that's going to come up in late January, is going to be revealing a silhouette of the second Global First character. Now, if you remember from a stream or two before, Global did mention there were more Global First characters coming. So, I'm excited to see who it is. With that out of the way, we have here the Lost Chapters for Barret and Rosa coming. This is going to be a pretty big package here, quote unquote. By that, for Barret's Lost Chapter, Barret and Tifa both get their 7070 Awakening rework EX Plus variants, with Tifa's EX returning, Barret's debuting. For Rosa and Sabin both get their 7070 Awakenings reworks EX Plus variants, with Rosa's EX returning, Sabin's debuting. Now, regarding character events, we have Kimari being the first character event for January. This will see Yuna's EX gain the EX Plus variants and the return of her alternate costume. Now, the mystery character at the later part of January, which is my birthday character, because my birthday is in late January, it's Emperor from Final Fantasy II. This is where Furia from Final Fantasy II gets the EX Plus variant and 7070 Awakening. That's something that the stream did not mention, but I do remember hearing about this. So, with the Emperor's Banner, I am actually on the fence about, because my RNG has been pretty damn bad recently. I've been forced to go into gems on almost every banner that I've actually pulled on. So it's one of those, it's like, yeah, I'm just hoping my RNG will like turn around, but knowing this game is probably not. But you know what? I'm gonna, try to keep positive in that regard. Now, with all of that out of the way, the only other addition would be the 6th tier being added to Dimensions and Entropy. Now, in addition to this addition, there's going to be changes made to the plates. Now, you notice here, I don't even have a plate. I'm not even doing the Dimensions and Entropy as of yet, because the plate, in reality, is just bragging rights. It's kind of sad, but it is my honest opinion on it. And if it only adds just bragging rights, what point is it to have it? But like I said, that's just my opinion. So with the 6th tier, you have to perfect that 6th tier in order to keep your gold plate. Because if you don't, the gold is going to go into silver. Now, with all of this out of the way, and I do want to point out that this video is going to get posted as soon as I'm done recording it. So, what do I think about all of this? I do think in some aspects, Global is starting to rush certain things, and this could overwhelm players to where some might leave the game for good. Now, some people argue, it's the best game here, there, but the reality of the situation here is as thus. When it comes down to Google Play, and this is the number there regarding the total number of downloads for this game is, in the eyes of some, abysmal. The reason why I say this is because when it comes to the City of Final Fantasy Opera Omnia Global for Android devices, it's only a little over 1 million downloads since its inception. And the reason why it is abysmal because if you compare this to some of the other mobile gadget games, when they're close to their second-year anniversary, the numbers were higher. I mean, with Final Fantasy Brave Exvius, they were at 30 million by the time their 2-year anniversary showed up. Because the City of Final Fantasy Opera Omnia, we may not even be at 10 million. We simply don't have the numbers. And what's hurting this game a little bit is the fact the recurring issues for Android devices. And what makes this a little worse, in my opinion, is that when it comes down to the issues for Android devices, it's only known about inside the in-game news. Almost nothing about it is mentioned on Facebook and Twitter. And if this game really wants to have good numbers, they need to start addressing the Android side of things pretty soon. Otherwise, we're going to have a dead game because the iPhone users may not be able to carry the weight by themselves. And the whole thing with this content being rushed, it's like they may be sending out a mixed message. Meaning that having so much out at once, I mean, some people can keep up, but not everybody can. So my only suggestion on that would be for Global to slow things down just a little bit, because it's like, if you want people to be able to catch up, you might as well not send mixed messages by pumping out so much. And then try to advertise it as a game where you don't need to rush. And for the community, it's just like, I think some people in the community are really not who I feel they say they are. And this could be a bad sign for Global in the future. So that's just that. This is my opinion on that. Overall, it is a bit quiet, but not really. Now, I noticed there was a little bit, the gap between Ultimate Leviathan and Ultimate Brothers is a little bit bigger than I anticipated. And I thought that they were going to do the chaos difficulty for Ultimate Ifrit, Ultimate Shiva, Ultimate Ramuh, alongside Ultimate Brothers. But they made the best decision by separating the chaos difficulty fights for Ultimate Ifrit, Ultimate Shiva, and Ultimate Ramuh, separating that from Ultimate Brothers. The reason why I say this is an excellent move is because of the following. Because of that separation, it's like, hey, let's give players a chance to catch up a little bit. What harm is that? And like I said, by separating certain things, it's like people are not as overwhelmed. But the whole thing with that 6th tier already coming to Global, this is also overwhelming at the same time. So, sending out a mixed message like that for this particular stream may not be the world's best move. Hey, you'll probably notice here that I had to do something with my screen real quick, so I hope you guys don't mind that, and I will be ending this video on this. I think for global developers, consistency is going to be the one thing that either saves this game or destroys this game. And as much as I don't want to say this, I don't see this game lasting for too much longer. I mean, I don't want to be such a doubter, but being observant, it's just I can't help but wonder how much longer does this game have before something comes along and we're forced to end it. But at the same time, I mean, I'm glad that they separate the chaos difficulty fights for the first 3 Ultimate Esper Trials is not a part of Ultimate Brothers. That I particularly enjoyed. And this is where I will also be signing off, with Wolvie here signing off. I will catch you all on the flip side.